Hello guys, how is it going? How are you doing? So guys, on 8th of yesterday on 8th of January, off-campus online coding test of CodeNation was conducted for the off-campus hiring of SDE for I think 24, 23, and 22 batches. So guys, I went through all those four problems and I recorded video solutions for the same. And one of the problem was really hard. Okay, it involved three things. It involved greedy observation skills, then dynamic programming as well. And most of my students, and in general also, most of the students were not able to solve this problem. So I am decided to record video solution for the same, and I will make this video public to the YouTube community as well, because I think it will help many people. Okay, because now guys and people generally have this issue that they are not able to solve online assessment problems because they are generally very hard, and everyone else on YouTube is only preparing students for the interview stuff. Now interview level DSA is easy, anyone can do that, okay, by doing some or following some sheet. But for OA level stuff, we need to cross a limit. Okay, we need to improve in certain topics like greedy observation, dynamic programming, hashing, etc., and binary search and greedy as well. So for this problem, now this is the problem, the link to the problem, the code to the problem, and the resources from which you should study to tackle problems like this, everything is will be mentioned in the description. And if anyone is interested to join my mentoring program, where I teach and train my students for DSA of interview level, OA level, and also give them full training of web development and mobile development, so they be ready for the interviews of FANG level companies and also top level startups. So for if you want to enroll that program, okay, that's a 8-month program. If you want to enroll, then details of all that are in the description as well. So for now, let's start with our problem. So guys, I don't remember the name of the problem. The name of the problem was something like aesthetic permutation. Yeah, it was aesthetic permutation. So guys, I will try to explain the problem in a very easy format. Okay, see, I have three kind of viewers, right? One are noob at coding, one are intermediate, and one are others are pro. So I'll try to make sure that even the beginners understand. Okay, I'll try to explain in as easy manner as possible. So basically the question is saying that we are given an array, guys. Okay, this is very simple. We are given an array. Okay, so this is our array. No issues with this. Nice. And they are saying that you have to consider some sequences, okay, at a distance k. So let's say our array is of size 15, and let's say okay, for this video I now have my writer pad as well. Very good. Say we have k equal to 4. So you have to consider a sequence where each element is at a distance 4. Okay, so what will be the first sequence? The first sequence will be 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, then 5, then 6. Okay, I will take 1, then 4 distance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it is 9. Okay, I put a 9 here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I put a 13 here. Nice. So guys, they are saying that the adjacent absolute difference of all these numbers, let's say it is x. Okay, let's say it is x. What is x? X is nothing but you can say 5 minus 1 plus 9 minus 5 plus 13 minus 9. Okay, plus 13 minus 9. Okay, so this is x. Similarly, you have to consider the other sequences as well. Okay, one sequence will start from 2, right? So I'm making a circle. 2, then will come 6, then will come 10, then 14 will come. Okay, so 2, 6, 10, 14. This is the other sequence. Okay, this is the other sequence. Let's say its adjacent difference sum was x1 and its adjacent difference sum is x2. Okay, okay, now let's focus on s3. Okay, let's focus on s3. So S3, let's the it will start from index number 3. Let's give it square like or rectangle like notion. 3 comes, then comes 4, 5, 6, 7, then comes 11, and then comes 15. Then comes 15. Okay. So then comes 15. So basically 3, then comes 7, and then comes 11, and then comes 15. So guys, in this example, basically let's call this sum as x3. Similarly, there will be a sequence s4. S4 will be the last sequence. Why? Once you are done with fourth, let me call it the 4 as the star number. Once you are done with fourth, na 5 is nothing but the guy who came from 1, so we can ignore all the rest of the numbers. The fourth one is the last one. So guys, what will be the sequence of 4? 4, then 4 plus 4 8, then 8 plus 4 12. So it will only have three numbers: 4, 8, 12. Let's say the adjacent difference of this is x4. It is x4. Okay, it is x4. The that question is saying that you have to minimize the sum of x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 by arranging the numbers in the array in any way you want, by arranging, okay, the numbers. Okay, so what the question is saying, let me write it in a Google document as well. That say you are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and k is 4. Okay, means the difference between the numbers should be of size 4. So if the sequence 1 answer is x1, sequence 2 answer is x2, sequence 3 answer is x3, sequence 4 answer is, okay, sequence 4 answer is uh I wrote the wrong thing. It should be x3 and it is x4. So they are saying that you have to minimize the sum of x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 by rearranging the array numbers. The array numbers, okay? Okay. So guys, this thing is clear till here. Very nice. Very good. Nice. Now guys, the issue with this is, let me check. Okay, yeah. So guys, I hope the question is clear to everyone. And what is the meaning of adjacent difference? Let me clear that up as well. The meaning of adjacent difference is, what will be the adjacent difference for 2, 6, 10, 14? It will be 6 minus 2 plus 10 minus 6 plus 14 minus 10. That will be x2. Similarly for other numbers. So guys, this is our question. This is our question. Now guys, let's just break it down. Okay, I will not like directly explain the solution. See, when I went through this problem now, for first 20 minutes I was also like thinking a lot, and then I intuitively came to the solution. So I will try to explain the thought process, how can you lead to the solution rather than directly telling you the solution. So guys, see, if you use common sense, you will come to know that there are different sequences, right? There are different sequences, right? So let's consider a sequence. Okay, let's consider a sequence, any sequence. Guys, how will you arrange the numbers of the sequence so you get minimum adjacent difference? Let's make this thing clear. Say you have a sequence of y1, y2, y3, y4, y5. Guys, now how can you get the minimum adjacent difference? You know what is the answer? Just keep the numbers sorted. Sort this. Once you sort this, the adjacent difference will be less. Now people will say, how is it possible? I will show you by a live example. Say your array was this. Okay, now you sort the array, you get what? 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5. Now the adjacent difference of 2, 2 is 0, so this does not have any effect. Of 2, 3 is 1. Only when the number changes, na guys, only then the adjacent difference comes into play. For 3, 3 it is again 0, it has a no value. 3 to 5 it is 2. 5 to 5 it is 0. So answer is 1 plus 2. For this array, the minimum adjacent difference after rearranging the numbers, that's what we call a permutation. Permutation is nothing but some different arrangement of the original array. Okay, and we have to select such a permutation such that the sum of adjacent differences of all the numbers in our selected sequence is minimum. So guys, accordingly we should just sort the numbers. That is my take. Okay, now I will try to explain you guys the same thing by taking some more and more examples. Okay, so guys, the first thing is should be clear. I'm writing it in the document. The first observation: numbers in each sequence should be sorted. Numbers in each sequence numbers in each sequence should be sorted. Okay, nice, very good, nice. Now if this is done, the numbers are sorted. Now let me explain why. Say instead of, in greedy strategy now, always try to disprove your theorem. Okay, try to disprove that any other permutation or any other arrangement would give you answer लेस देन 3. ओके, व्हेन डज द आंसर कम गाइस? जब कोई एलिमेंट दूसरा होगा ना, तभी तो डिफरेंस गिना जाएगा. 2 और 2 का 0 थोड़ी गिना जाएगा आंसर में. तो इसका तो 1 है, और 3 और 5 का 2 है, तो 1 और 2 कितना होता है? 3. So if you want to prove your greedy theorem na, that you have done the right thing, so what is my proposition? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that if you sort the array, you will always get the minimum answer. That is my proposition. Now if you try to disprove it, let's try to take some other step. Okay, let's put 3 here, then let's put this 2 here, then let's put 3 here, then let's put 5 here, then let's put 5 here. Okay, so what will be the answer? 3 and 5 का difference will be 2, 2 and 3 का difference will be 1, 3 and 2 का difference will be 1, 2 and 3 का difference will be 1. The answer will be 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, it is coming as 5. It is not minimum. 3 is minimum. So hence proved, if you keep the array, if the array in the sorted manner, now why does minimum difference come? Let's try to understand in more depth. The thing is, if things are sorted now, then you will only take the difference which was minimum required, like this and this. Okay, if you say, for example, let's explain it visually. If you keep things in a sorted manner, na, say this was 2, say this was 3, and this is 5. Okay, so this much difference and this much difference will only be added, which is what? 1 plus 2, 3. Now if you keep 5 in middle, it will create unnecessary large amount of difference. Okay, 2 and 3. Now this will won't work. Why? Because this difference is 2 and this difference is 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Now 5 is not a small number. We want the smallest number. So if we keep things in a sorted manner, now the difference always comes small. Always remember this thing. Okay. So guys, the first observation is clear, that in each sequence we should try to keep numbers in a sorted manner. Okay. So guys, that much is clear. Okay. Now the next thing which I wanted to make you guys clear is that the sequences which we have, the sizes of those sequence will only be 2. Okay, I will try to explain what will be the sizes. Okay, the sizes will only be 2. It will be n by k or n by k plus 1. Okay, let me explain. Say you have this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. Okay guys, and k is 4. Okay, so guys, sequence 1, if you take its length is what? It is 1 5 1 5 plus 4 9 plus 4 13. That's it. Okay, so its length is 4. Okay, its length is 4. The length of sequence 2 is also 4. If you guys go and check, you will come to know. Length of sequence 3 is also 4, but length of sequence 4 is 3, which is what? 4, 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 4 12. Then there is no number. Okay, so its length is 3 only. So guys, we have a sequence of length 4, then 4, then 4, then 3. My proposition is, second observation is, that the sequences will only be of two lengths, 4 and 3. That's it. They will only be of two lengths. Always remember this thing. Okay, so how do you come to know what should be length? It's common sense, guys. You're starting at 1, right? You're starting at 1, and it is an arithmetic progression. You're trying to increase 4 numbers at a time. So you can use this formula, guys. In like when you were kids, you must have studied Tn equal to a plus n minus 1d. This means that the last term equal to the first term plus number of terms minus 1 into common difference. So let's assume the last term is 15. First term is what? 1 plus n minus 1. What is d? 4. 15 minus 1, 14. 14 equal to what? N minus 1 into 4. So 14 by 4 equal to n minus 1. What will be the rough value of 14 by 4? You can call it floor seal, whatever, but let's forget that for some time. 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12. So 3 equal to n minus 1. So n equal to 4. That's how you calculate the n value for each sequence. Okay, so that's how, guys, we will calculate what is the n value. For S1 it is 4. Now how will we calculate this for S4? Let's plug in the same formula. For sequence 4, I want to find how many number of elements will be there. Okay, so Tn equal to a plus n minus 1d. What is the first element? It is 4. Plus n minus 1 into difference is also 4. Last element, let's assume it to be 15. If the last element is not reaching till 15, then also we will get the correct answer. So let's put the last element, which is our maximum limit, 15. So 15 minus 4 equal to n minus 1 into 4. 15 minus 4 is 11. 11 by 4 equal to n minus 1. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So n will be equal to 3. So the length of sequence 4 will be 3. I hope this much is clear. This requires basic mathematics. I hope you guys know it. Okay, or else I will mention the link to the nth term of arithmetic progression also in the description. Okay. So guys, by using this strategy, now we know the number of sequences, the length of sequence S1, S2, S3, S4. Now guys, how many sequence will be there in the question? In how to know how many sequences will be there? If the array size is n and the k is given to us, okay, whatever k is given to, the number of sequences will be nothing but the number of k. Why? Because one sequence will start from 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, 5. At 5 you have to stop because 1 is only reaching 5 and then we are going ahead. So only the first k numbers are the numbers from which the sequence starts. Okay, so let me write the second and third observations. Is that the first k numbers are the numbers from which the sequence starts, and there can be only two different length of sequences. So guys, we will calculate how many times the length of sequence is 4 and how many times the length of sequence is 3. How many times the length of sequence is 4 and how many times the length of sequence is 3. Okay, and only two different lengths are possible. For example 4 and 3. Okay, 4 and 3. Okay, and 4 and 3 you can always find this using formula. You can always find length of each sequence using AP formula. Okay. So guys, after this much observation, you guys can see that this is not an easy problem. Okay, it took even me 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, because I am out of practice basically. No worries, I will get good someday. So S1, S2, S3, S4. Okay, you now know that there will be different sequences. Each sequence will have a particular length. That length will either be x or x plus 1. Got it? What is x? Always remember, x is nothing but 15 by k, 15 by k, which is 15 by 4, which is 4. And other 15 by 4, na 4 ones are 4, 4 3, which is 3. And the other possibility is 3 plus 1 4. So only this. See guys, we have k sequences. Okay, I hope this thing is clear that we will have k sequences. How many sequences we will have? K sequences, S1, S2 till Sk, and each sequence will have a length of either x or x plus 1, x or x plus 1, x or x plus 1. So this thing is clear. Okay, x plus 1. So what will be x? X is nothing but n by k. It is guys common sense that if you are starting from the start and you are doing k jumps, so the x will be n by k only. We are taking the rough value of this, okay, whatever the code gives us, not the decimal value. So I am basically using C++, so that's all I know. I don't know about other languages. Yeah, but you guys can figure it out. So guys, this thing is clear. Okay, now the question is very simple. After all these observations, I can say one thing, that all I have to do is all I have to do is my array is of size 15 and I can make the sequences of size 4 and 3. How many sequences I can make of size 4? 3. Okay, that we can calculate easily. Okay, that's not a problem. We will calculate for 1, 2, 3 and 4. We'll come to know that 1, 2 and 3 are of 4 length. So 3 sequences can be made of 4 length, and 4 for if you start from 4, then the length of sequence is 3. So one sequence you can make of 3 length. Okay, so guys, this is length and this is what? Number of sequences of that length, the number of sequences. So guys, the question is very simple. Given an array, divide the array divide the sorted array divide the sorted array into three sequences of length 4 and one sequence of length 3. So the question is now has now become simple, guys. Okay, question is now become simple. Basically, what you have to do is we have to divide the array optimally into x and y parts. Okay, final question becomes, given sorted array divide it in uh, divide it in x parts of length y and z parts of length y plus 1. Y plus 1. Now, x parts and z parts. X and z can be calculated for each number from 1 to 4. 1 2 3 4, that's it, got it. For 1 I will calculate, for 2 also I will calculate what is the length. For 3, see guys, for 1 2 3 4, what were the length? For 1 it was 4, for 4 4 4, and for 4 it was 3. So basically what is the how x is what? X parts. So there are, x is nothing but 3, there are 3 parts of length 4, and for y there is one part of length 3. So divide the array accordingly. So guys, for this we can use dynamic programming. We did the observation, we did the greedy stuff, now comes the dynamic programming part. Okay, so divide the array accordingly. Okay. So guys, like, I have never tried so hard to explain something, but this problem is really hard. Unless the person is intermediate or pro, explaining it is really difficult. But anyways, so guys, we have to divide the array in three parts of length 4 and one part of length 3. Okay, so how will you do it optimally? We can do it optimally by using dynamic programming. Okay, by using dynamic programming. So how will DP work here? Let's try to think about that. Okay guys, let me drink some water. Let me just chill. Then I'll come back to this problem. So guys, I'm trying to giving you guys some time to think about a DP solution. It's not very hard. Okay, the sheets have ended for now. Okay. So guys, we will take a DP state DPXY. Okay. DPXY means the best minimum answer best minimum answer if, guys, also make sure you watch my beginner basic DP tutorials to understand what I'm doing here. Best minimum answer if you divide array into x parts and y parts, into x parts of size, say size g, and y parts of g plus 1 size g plus 1. So guys, I hope this meaning is very much clear. DPXY means the best answer to the question if array can be divided into x parts, okay, x parts of size g and y parts of size g plus 1. For example, mhm, if you have an array, say someone gives you an array like this and tells you that divide this into two parts of length 2 and one part, okay, two parts and one part of length 1. Okay, so how will you do? You can take this part of length 2, length 2 and length 1. What was the other way? There are few more ways. You can take this part of length 1, this path of length 2, and this path of length 2. So basically, among all these, what will be the best way to get the minimum answer? For that, I am using DPXY. DPXY will basically tell me what is the best answer if I am dividing the array into x parts, dividing the sorted array into x parts of length g and y parts of length g plus 1. Okay, now let's get back to the DP stuff. How will we get the answer? So guys, it is very simple. Okay, not nothing much difficult. uh okay okay so guys, what I'm trying to do is, okay, let me use the eraser. So guys, I'm trying to explain the DP stuff, okay? The DP stuff, okay? Once the DP stuff is done, we can say that our problem is completed. But yeah, this is hell of a problem. This is a very interesting problem, okay? I don't know how to increase the size of the rubber, so I have to do hard work here. I cannot do dynamic program. uh, So, guys, these days life is just so interesting, right? Let me do the work, guys. Let me do the work. I did the eraser stuff. Now, okay. Now. So, guys, just assume that this is the okay. Let me take the pencil stuff. Take the blue color. So, guys, just assume that in the array, you are only trying to find the answer till at index I. Okay. You're trying to find for v1 and v2. V1 and or you can say P1, P2, okay, whatever. Okay, say you're trying to find for V1 and V2, okay, V1 and V2. So you're trying to find how can you divide this much part of array in V1 parts of length G and V2 parts of length G plus 1, okay, length G plus 1. So what will be the answer of DP V1 and V2? It is very simple. What is the first choice you have? The first choice which you have is that you can take out this part. You can take out this part of length G plus 1. You take out this part of length G plus 1 and whatever was the best answer for this, you add it with this part, okay. So the first option is you take out a part of length G plus 1. Then what will be the best answer of this? You removed one V2, you removed one guy of size G plus 1 which was a part of V2. So the best answer of this will be DP V1 and V2 minus 1. So the first answer to this is DP V1 into V1 and V2 minus 1 plus the difference of adjacent numbers from this index to this index. Let's call it A and let's call it B. The difference from A to B. This is the first option. We will take the minimum of all the options. This is the first option. And which is the second option, guys? The second option, okay, I don't have an eraser also. The second option, mhm, I think I need to rough. Okay, let me create some another Jamboard as well. Guys, the first option I hope is clear. Let me make a second Jamboard. Okay, just load, man. Yeah. So, guys, this just a blue color, please. Oh, my mentoring students are going to love this session. So this is till index I. Okay, you're trying to divide this into v1 parts of length g and v2 parts of length g plus 1. So you're trying to find the value of dp v1 and v2. The one option is what? One option is that you break it here for the last part which is of size g plus 1. All you find this index a, you find this index b is nothing but equal to I only. So you try to find the adjacent difference of all these numbers in this range, okay? And you try to add it with this part, which you have already calculated. This part's value will be dp v1 and v2 minus 1. Why v2 minus 1? Because it's common sense, guys. You just now removed a guy of size g plus 1. G plus 1 is nothing but a part like g plus 1 is coming for v2 number of times. So if you remove one g plus 1, it will become v2 minus 1. So this part's answer is dp v1. Okay, this part's answer, let me color it in red. So this part's answer is this one. This part's answer is dp v1 v2 minus 1. So the answer will be dp v1 v2 answer. This full is dp v1 v2 till I. So first answer is dp v1 comma v2 minus 1 plus difference of what? Difference from index a to b. Okay, I will tell you how to calculate this also efficiently via using prefix sum. Okay, by using prefix sum. Okay, prefix sum technical use. So even hashing is required, even dp is required, even greedy is required, even observation skills are required. This is the kind of way I try to teach my students. Then there is no way they can fail. Okay, so this is the first method, guys. For the other method, what you could do is, let me use the pen. Okay, so I am again given this array of size I. Okay, sorry, I am just want to calculate the answer till here, and these parts are made up of v1 of size g and v2 of size g plus 1. Very good. So guys, dp v1 comma v2 will be what you can do. Last time you took us you removed a part of size g plus 1. Let's remove a part of size g. You try to remove a part of size g, then what will be the answer to this remaining part? This remaining part will be nothing but you removed something from g na, so v1 will decrease by 1. So the remaining part's answer will be dp of v1 minus 1 comma v2. So the answer is dp of v1 minus 1 comma v2. So this is also done plus 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 plus. Difference of this remaining part of size g. Let's call this index a b, and b is equal to I only. So difference of a comma b. So difference of a comma b you can easily calculate just by traversing this as well. Okay, you can even travel this, but that is not very efficient. I will tell you how to calculate the adjacent differences in a much more efficient manner, guys. Okay. So guys, these are the two options. One option is dp v1 minus 1 comma 2 difference ab. Another is that whatever is the minimum of the answer, we calculate that, and that is our final answer. Okay. So what will be the final dp state? dp v1 v2 is nothing but what, minimum of one option is what, dp v1, then v2 minus 1 plus the difference, whatever difference is required. Then the other option is dp of v1 minus 1 comma v2 plus the difference whatever is required of the leftover part of size g, of size g plus 1, of g plus 1 size. Okay, so guys, this much is clear. So guys, final answer will be what, dp of, you had to divide things in x parts and y parts, so just output dp xy and you are done. We'll calculate this in the bottom up manner. Okay, so this much is clear. Now guys, let me explain how will I calculate this prefix sum efficiently. So the difference stuff. So guys, what is what they are basically trying to say is that we are given an array b. Okay, its number is 2 3 5 10 15. Okay, and you want to calculate the difference of all numbers from this range. So what you can do, you can create a normal array g. Okay, g is nothing but the difference of that number. So for 2 there is no number, so you write 0. 3 minus 2 is 1, you write 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. 10 minus 5 is what, 10 minus 5 is 5. 15 minus 5 is what, 15 minus 10 is what, 5. Now you create the prefix sum. Prefix sum is nothing but the summation of this array. 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 5 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 8, and then 8 plus 8 plus 5. So it comes as 13. Okay. So this is the prefix sum array. Now if some guy says you, tell me the adjacent difference of all numbers in O of 1 without wasting any time for 5, 10, 15. So you can see it is 10 minus 5 plus 15 minus 10. This difference is 5. This difference is 5. So the final answer should be 10. So the final answer should be 10. Okay. So guys, for this YouTube video, I will explain this prefix sum difference as well. So how do you get this answer? This was the, this is L, this is R. So answer is nothing but prefix sum of R minus, if you use a little bit of common sense, you will understand what I did. Prefix sum of R minus prefix sum of L. So what is prefix sum of R? This is 13. 13 minus prefix sum of L, which is 3. 13 minus 3, which is 10. So basically for any last part, I will be able to calculate the adjacent differences of all the numbers in just O of 1 by making, first I will make the B array, then I will make the G array, then I will pre-compute this and make the P of S array. All this process will be done in O of N. Once all of this is done, I can calculate the last part answer, whichever I want of whichever range in O of 1 time by just doing PSR minus PSL. So I hope guys this is also very much clear. Okay. Now guys, coming to the code, things are very simple here, but then also let me explain in a much better manner. Okay guys, so I'm trying to make the screen bigger. So guys, the things are very simple here. First, I take the input of the array. I have tested this code against all the possible test cases, so you guys can check. Also, I'm printing some dummy values here just to check. Okay, you guys can only look at the final answer, which is 3 and etc etc. So what is happening in the code? I'm taking the input of size n, then I'm taking the input of size of k value, then I'm taking the b array as the input. Okay, now I'm calculating what could be those g values. Okay, p1 is nothing but your g. Okay, whatever I told in the video about g, and p2 is nothing but what, your g plus 1. It is nothing but what, your g plus 1. Okay, g plus 1. Very good, interesting. Now we are trying to count how many times this g and g plus 1 is coming in the array. So k2 is the count of g, count of g, basically x, basically it is x. And k5 is nothing but what, count of g plus 1, basically y, basically, okay, I wrote the wrong spelling, no worries, basically y. So I just apply that arithmetic progression formula and find out and increment the value of k to k5. Now, if I have the k to k5 values, I print that out, okay, just for debugging stuff. Then I sort the array B. I told now in the first observation that we should keep the thing sorted for the minimum answer. Okay, that came after lots of analysis and conclusions. After that, I calculate this difference prefix sum array. I just taught you here, na. This thing B, G, and PS. I am doing it here only. You can check. First I'm calculating the difference, then I'm directly without even calculating G array, I'm calculating the PS array. So diff is PS array, which I told in the video, I said in the recording, okay, whatever. Now I'm trying to fill the base cases of the DP values, okay, DP I0, DP I1, DP I2, DP I3, then similarly DP O1, DP O2, DP O3, DP O4, DP O5, DP O6. This is very very easy, okay. The calculating the base cases first is very much necessary, na. That's why I'm teaching that. So what is the meaning of DPO1? So first I'm calculating this is very easy, you can calculate it without dynamic programming. That's why I'm calculating it. Basically you're ignoring, no, you're using no parts of size x, you're using no x parts, you're only using y parts. So if you want to divide the array into three parts, okay, into three parts, so y meaning is for 3 into 3 parts of size g plus 1. Then guys, it is common sense, you don't have to do anything. Just take this g plus 1, take this g plus 1, take this g plus 1. Answer of this plus this is your final answer. So I am calculating these easier things first in my dynamic programming, just to be on a safer side. Similarly, I am calculating dp 1 of 0, dp 2 of 0, dp 3 of 0, dp 4 of 0, dp 5 of 0. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this problem. So for this the meaning of this is you want to divide the array into 5 parts. How many parts? 5 parts of length g. So just do like this, you divide it into 5 parts and just you directly add the sum for the sorted array of the prefix. Okay, so guys, I hope this much is clear. Okay, let me drink some water. Yeah. So guys, after calculating this, now I'm just running a simple two nested for loops, okay, and calculating whatever I said using the formula minimum of dpij plus kkyg, dpi minus 1j, and this, and finally I'm getting the answer. Okay guys, now I'm just making the screen size smaller again. Now, guys, I'm pasting this code in my website, Basic Q&A. Guys, I encourage you people to visit my website because it has everything. Interview experiences of all top companies, work-life balance of all top companies, tech news of all top companies, CTCs of all top companies, and also the solutions and questions to all the top companies online assessment. Okay, we have a user base of 1 lakh per day. We want you guys also to come to our site and contribute as much as you can, and also take as much as knowledge as you can. Okay, we want to reach the daily mark of 5 lakh to 10 lakh visitors. So I hope you guys will make it successful for us. So I'm just pasting the code here. So guys, this is the way you paste the code in Desi Q&A. You just paste the code, then you select the formatted manner so it looks nice, and the community will reward you for doing such things. So I click as format here, then I click as add answer here, I click it as the best answer. So guys, I am done for this video, and yeah, make sure if you want to enroll in my mentoring sessions, the DSA dev training for 8 months, you can check in the description, all details are there below. Yeah, meet you guys in the next video. All the best. Stopping the recording now.